Hey y'all, it's Brijin, the Museum Stitcher, here on flosstube and also over on Instagram, Ravelry, and Goodreads. I am back today with a special edition flosstube. This is not a regular update. I am walking you through my 2023 Stitchy Plans, including my 25 starts for my 25th year. So I figured I'd walk you through all of the projects that I'm planning on starting this year and when I'm planning on starting them, just have like a cool reference point for the end of the year, see what I hit, what I didn't hit, all those kinds of fun things. So if you are new to my channel, this is my corner of the internet where I talk about my crafts, mostly cross stitch, today only cross stitch, but I also knit and I also quilt and read. So if you like any of those things or a combination of those things, definitely stick around, see if there's something you like. But today we're talking Stitchy Plans for 2023. So I am planning on doing 25 starts for my 25th year, and this is something that I saw for the first time on Kirsten of 23 Flavors of Stitching's channel. She does she did this past year in 2022 when she turned 25, and I turned 25 in March. So I thought, why not do 25 starts just like she did for her 25th birthday, and I'm going to spread them out throughout the year, and they are going to be my only starts for the year. So limiting myself to 25 feels kind of crazy. 2022 was my first full year of stitching, and I started 36 things. It's also the year I started flosstube, so that definitely contributed to a whole bunch of starts for me personally. But I did finish about 15 things, so I figure starting 25, maybe I can finish 20. We'll see. I do start a lot of big projects, so I thought it would be kind of fun to have this reference point for the beginning of the year to talk about, what I was planning on starting so that, by the end of the year we can see if I stuck to the plan or if I didn't. But yeah, so it averages out to be about 2 new starts every month, with 1 month with 3. I've chosen my birthday month to be the month that has 3, also because I'm excited about participating in my very first March Madness, Stitchy March Madness. So yeah, so let's get into it. We'll just go month by month and I'll tell you the 2 new starts for that month that I'm planning, and hopefully this is a fun video. If not, it's just a journal for me. So in January, I've already started one of the 2 projects that I plan on working on. The first one is the Beatrix Potter Quaker sampler. This is by Stitchy Box, and it is a stitch along hosted by Melissa the Starless Stitcher and Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World Julie. Both on Instagram, and Julie also has a flosstube. And I started this with them on the stroke of midnight in 2023, so it is my new year, new start for the year, and my focus piece for the first 2 weeks of January. So the way that this is going to work is when I start a project, it is going to be a focus piece for the next 2 weeks, and then after that it will go away. So I'm going to have 4 focus projects every month, averages out to about 1 a week, but in reality I'll keep out a whip and a new start, and I'll alternate between them throughout the 2-week period as I want to, and we'll just go by that. So first one is Beatrix Potter. Already started her. I'll show you a picture of what it's looking like. Some of these I have ideas for how I'm going to convert them. Other ones I'm going to kit them up as I go, so I still feel like I get to do that kitting up process without over kitting things. And the second start that I have planned for the month of January is Good Intentions by Barrick. I've had this piece in my stash for a while, and I want to do my own conversion to just my stash flosses. So I'm going to be reaching into all of my fancy flosses and my DMC that I have at home and see what I can come up with for her. I will also be reaching out to Maddie of Kitty Stitch on Instagram and asking for her conversion. She made the little dog in the pattern into a cat, and I loved it. So I will be asking her if I can borrow that, because I definitely want to do that as well. The other pattern that I would like to start this month, and I don't know if I'm going to make January the month of 3 starts or if I'm going to hold off, because I haven't figured out where to work it in yet if I did make it one of my projects, is the Song of the Nightingale by Modern Folk Embroidery. I've already picked up the flosses for this one, so I would like to start it. So we might be playing around with this a little bit sooner than I thought. The plans might not be as concrete as I thought they were going to be. But yes, that one I would also like to start. So maybe I will do 25 starts with the exception of a birthday start. And so in reality it'd be 26, but and one for good luck, you know what I mean? So we'll see. So February of 2023, I would like to start Isabella's Heart by Modern Folk Embroidery. I've had this kitted up for like 6 months now, 6-7 months, somewhere in that vein. It's just been ready to go, and it's a relatively small pattern. I think I could get through a lot of it. It feels very February. A lot of these I slotted into their months based on vibes alone, so hopefully that's fun. Because I am a mood stitcher, I am a seasonal stitcher. I like to work on stuff in specific seasons when it feels like the mood for that piece. So that was my planning behind this one. I also just want to start it because it's been in my kit parade, in my kit for a while. I think it was kitted up in my very first kit parade on my channel. And the second start I'm going to be doing in February is Through Love by Hemlock and Rye Stitchery. This is Julie's design brand, and it is a Crescent City inspired pattern that is mostly typography, and I am excited to start this one. I'm planning on doing a Crescent City reread in February, so I will be working on this piece while I listen to that audiobook. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a good time. I haven't quite figured out the twist I'm gonna put on it. I don't know that I want to stitch it on dark fabric. I don't particularly enjoy stitching it on dark fabric, but I don't know how I would change it if I did change it. So I have a little bit of time to ruminate on that one, and yeah, but I'm excited to give one of Julie's patterns a chance. I bought like 8 of them, but I haven't stitched any of them yet. So that will be my first Hemlock and Rye pattern. Hydration break. Okay, March. March is my birthday month, and so I wanted the starts for this month to be especially great. And I've got a few smalls in here, which is nice. So the first start I'd like to do in March is Poppy by Hello from Liz Mathews. This was an expo release in 2022, and I'm obsessed with poppies. My tattoo has a poppy in it, and I love the flower. I love the sentiment behind it, everything. And she designed a poppy, and I was like, that's me. So birthday month start. It's also relatively small, so I feel like I could finish it in the month, which is good. So that's that one. Then for my birthday, which is the 13th, I would like to start Night Walked Down by the Blue Flower. I am flipping obsessed with this pattern. I cannot wait to stitch it. I cannot wait to have it. And it's gonna be my birthday start, and I'm so excited. So if you wanna stitch that one with me, let me know, and I will make a sal for it when the time comes. Or if you just want to stitch a blue flower for Brijin's birthday, lots of bees in the air for that one. But that one is my planned start for my birthday this year. And the final start for the month of March is going to be Cross Stitch Makes Everything Okayer by Lucy Beam of Love and Stitches. I've had this pattern for a while in my kit, my stash. And I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I think it's really, really cool. I think it's really, really fun. And I think it'd be a fun one to do a stash conversion for. So that's my last one. So 1 really big pattern and 2 rather small ones. So, but let me know what you think about a birthday sal. And then April, I am going to be doing Gentle Rain by the Blue Flower. I saw someone on flosstube working on this one. Their finish of it, I will put their name here. I totally have blanked. I think her name is Sarah. I feel Sarah. I'm obsessed, and I feel like it looks like the perfect April piece, like, you know, April showers. April is rather rainy here in Texas, so that'll be perfect. So planning on starting that one. It is a rather large piece, but I think it's fun. And the other April piece is going to be After the Roses by Ink Circles. I saw this one on Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch's channel and absolutely loved it. So I'm very excited to get that one started and get some more floral pieces. Another mandala. It should be a fun time. Then in May, I will be starting Forget Me Not by Hello from Liz Mathews. Love this pattern. This came out, was this another expo release or was it a market release? I don't know. Maybe it was a summer release. It came out in 2022 and I've been obsessed with it ever since, and I really, really want to get it on the go. So that will be the May start, as well as Every Knitter from October Fiber House. Wow, I totally botched that. I am pre-recording 3 videos right now. And I have been talking for about 2.5 hours. So if I sound really terrible, I'm sorry. I may have to re-record this. It's why I'm gripping my Stanley for dear life. Anyway, the second May start is going to be Every Knitter by October House Fiber Arts. It is a knitting themed pattern and it's tiny, so I think it should be a great start. And it gives me some more crafty themed projects. June is going to be relatively short here on the plan side. I have 0 plans for the month of June. June is when StitchCon is, and I'm going to my very first StitchCon. I'm going to Weekend A, so if you're gonna be at Weekend A, holla. I'm very excited, but I am not planning any of my starts for June because I figure around the time of StitchCon, there will be some sales going, or there will be some sales that start at StitchCon. So the 2 starts for the month of June will be decided as we go. Then in July is the only one that I'm like not 100% sure about my starts. I might switch some things out. I don't know what mood I'm gonna be in July. It's kind of like everything else feels very right and appropriate for that month. This one, I don't know. But I have slotted in Chester's Place by Whistlestop Stitcher Designs. I've had this one in my stash for a little bit and I love it. It's animal themed. And yeah, it's a really cool big house with a really cool big border and a quote. I might leave off the animals along the bottom row just because I don't want like a horse. I like horses. I don't have anything against horses. I don't know, the whole row of farm animals isn't necessarily my stitchy vibe. So I might change that pattern up a little bit. And then the other one I have slated is the Summer Schoolhouse #1 by Brenda Gervais. I apologize if the photo is really blurry. It is very hard to find a photo of this one. But I saw this on Tiger Lily Designs channel and I loved her finish of it. I thought it was really fun. It's a cute small and I think it would go pretty fast, which is why I have it slated here. So the middle of the year I can maybe push for a few more finishes. So yeah, that's the July plans. Then in August, we are going full autumn. Full autumn in August. I am starting Autumn Queen by Mirabilia. Hopefully I am further along on my current Mira, so I feel a little bit better about starting that one. But this is an out of print Mira that I got my hands on magically and I'm obsessed with her. She looks very Germanic and a lot of my family's heritage is German. My grandmother was German. So yeah, it feels kind of cool to do that piece. I have no idea what fabric I'm gonna stitch her on, but it's gonna be a good time. And then my second start for that month is going to be Betsy's Autumn Basket by Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. This was an expo release of 2022 that I loved. I love the colors. I love the cool kind of prim basket vibe. I think it's cool. So that's the other one for August. In September, we will be doing Practical Magic by the Primitive Hare. I am super pumped about that one. My friend, the Seattle Stitcher, also bought that pattern and she stitched me a really cool project bag that I have it in. It's like a matching project bag because we're twins. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a good pattern, good stitch. I really wanted to get it going this year and I didn't get a chance to, so making up for that in September of this year. And the second pattern in September is going to be Token of Fall by Hello from Liz Mathews. I've had this one kitted for a long ass time. It was probably one of the first projects I kitted up. I thought it was really cool and I just haven't stitched it and it's relatively small, so I need to get that going. So I'm trying to mix in like ones I already have kitted with ones I need to kit up, so I still feel like I'm purchasing throughout the year or that I have like things to look forward to even if I'm not starting as many things. I don't know, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. In October historically has been a bad stitching month for me. It's one of my busiest times at work and personally, and I just always tend to lose my stitchy bug around the month of October. So I don't know if I'm going to start this pattern or not because it is rather large, but it is Zuka by Alessandra Adelaide Needleworks. I saw this on Megan of Georgia Girl Stitching's channel. She did a conversion where she made the pumpkin white instead of orange and I love it. So I'm planning on doing that as well. And then the other pattern is the Witching Time of Night by the Nebby Needle. This is a teeny tiny pattern with a lot of blank space, so I figured it would be good for October because it's relatively small and it will give me a lot of time to focus on 2 rather large Halloween whips that I started in 2022, which is the Haunted Library and Halloween Quaker, because I would like to be further along on those this spooky season. So relatively small starts for the month of October to focus more on the current whips that I have and get those knocked out. Then in November, I'll be doing Giving Thanks by Little House Needleworks. November starts are very small. They're very small. They're littles. But this is like a Thanksgiving kind of themed pattern. I saw this in an old video of Julie, Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, and I've been obsessed with it ever since. So yeah, that is the plan for the first start of November. And the other start is going to be Olga by Plum Street Samplers. I love this pattern. It's a cute little cat and a cute little alphabet, and I think it'll go rather quickly. I also happen to know that Alexis of Alexis_My Amazing World has that in her stash, so maybe she'll want to start it together. Hear that, Alexis? And then in December of 2023, I am planning on starting Wintertide Cardinal by Artful Offerings, another really tiny small. So cute. I saw this on Tiger Lily Designs channel as well. Loved her finish of it and definitely want to do something similar. And the final slot that I have for December right now is Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais. I love this. Saw Elizabeth Ann Stitch work on it and finish it. Thought it was so cool. And definitely want to work on that. So that's my plans. I'm interested to see how much they're going to change throughout the course of the year, based on different market releases and expo releases and just general moods. Excuse me. Because I am a mood stitcher, I tend to just kind of randomly want to start something or find something, and I don't know. We're gonna see if I can stick to a plan. If I don't, I don't. I just think it'd be really fun to have this as a reference point for the end of the year. So I hope you are excited for your stitching in 2023, and let me know if you are planning on starting any of these pieces in 2023 yourself. I will totally stitch them along with you. I mean, you know my schedule. I just told you my schedule. So I hope that you have an awesome 2023, and I will see you in my next regular scheduled flosstube update with some more stitchy progress and hopefully another new start. So happy stitching, everyone, and happy 2023 if I have not said it already. Bye, guys.